Friend of mine sold his motorcycle to be responsible after getting married and having a kid on the way. At first, it seemed like the right choice. Extra money, one less thing to worry about. But every time he heard a bike roar past, he felt the regrets creeping in. Then about a year later, he saw his old bike on the road. Same custom paint, same modifications, just with another guy riding it, grinning ear to ear. My friend just stood there, staring, completely gutted. Unless you must, don't sell the bike. Some things are worth holding on to. In this episode of the Motorcycle Podcast, we discuss the pain of selling a motorcycle. My crew today: Trevor Deck, motorcycle instructor of over 30 years, co-owner, operator of Too Cool Motorcycle School; Jim Pruner, writer, contributor to L2R World; and Emily Roberts, writer, contributor to Motorcycle Mojo magazine. Today's topic: the pain of selling a motorcycle.
Why?
Jim,
why are we selling our motorcycle?
Keep
Jim,
all the bikes.
Jim, how many do you
Keep
have?
all the bikes.
Hold on, Jim.
Start
Jim, you got like
collecting.
3? Jim, you got 3 now. What do you got?
No, I sold all mine.
More.
I got one BMW left. That's it.
He's still going to get more.
So why are you selling it?
Yeah,
Well,
but imagine, Jim, if you didn't have any in the garage. First of all,
selling
you wouldn't be part of the podcast. We'd find somebody else, but so it goes that way. You can't be without the bike. You can't. It doesn't cost you anything. Put it in the garage.
It does.
The biggest thing is put a cover over it so you don't keep looking at it all the time. Just if you can't ride it, make a decision. I'm not going to ride it. I'm going to put it away and do that, because it was just like a guitar way back then. A friend of mine found out I didn't have a guitar. He just gave me one of his. And now it's right beside my bed. Do I play it all the time? No. But if I want to, it's right there.
Hey, the last time I looked,
It's all in your soul,
Emily,
darn it.
the last time I looked, Emily only has one ass. You know what I'm saying? She only needs one bike, not 6.
But there's seven
No,
days
you
in the
need
week,
more.
Phoenix, which
Yes.
surely means that you need a different bike for each day.
But if one breaks,
Yeah.
And one for each
currently
personality.
I think I currently have
Well,
6 bikes.
that's why I have 37.
Whoa. What did you say? You have how many?
Oh,
think I
come
have
on.
6
I own a school.
I
I'm
have
going to have
6
lots
bikes
of
No,
right
no,
now.
Emily's got 6 bikes.
Yeah, well, she should. She's all over
I've
Canada.
got-
She's going to leave one in each province.
No, yeah, I think I've got 6 right now. And you know what? I thought about selling a few of them. In fact, I put one of them up for sale once. It was my
That's okay.
Suzuki Gladius that I traveled across Canada multiple times with. I love that bike.
Nice little bike.
It's great. I put it up for sale and I interviewed everybody who wanted it, and
I like that interview.
sell it. I couldn't find
appreciate that.
anybody that I wanted to sell it to.
No,
So,
absolutely.
I'm sorry, but I'm quite a big fan of bikes, and if there's room for them, you might as well keep them.
Yeah, you suck. Keep going. Yep, absolutely. I agree with that.
Like,
How can you even justify having that many bikes, Emily Roberts? There's no
Well,
way in this planet that you can justify to me to have that many bikes. Now, maybe that's
Freedom.
my,
Isn't it
maybe
what they
that's,
call freedom?
maybe that's my wife speaking, but
That her in the
Phoenix,
background,
what
or
happened
just-
to you? I thought you were a biker, man. You shouldn't be razzing me for this.
He's just throwing it. He's just trying to get it going.
well, before you
I've
pick
got-
He's got
I've got
one and he
some-
loves it.
I've got some specific genre bikes. So I've got 2 trials bikes at the moment. I've got my enduro bike, and then I've got my adventure bike, and then I have my old street bike, and then I have my very first dirt bike, which I can't part with. It's a
No, keep
1979 Yamaha. GT.
Keep it. I wish I had all mine. Oh,
and
oh.
and then I bought a little Suzuki scooter, a little old FA50 that I'm fixing up. So
That's cool.
I can't get rid of any of those.
hey, don't get me wrong.
There's
I think
just
that the fact that
it's
you've
like
got
your
that many
kids. You got to
motorcycles,
keep them.
go ahead, Em.
If they have a use, then keep them. And motorcycles don't depreciate all that fast. So I know that I'm not losing too much money by holding on to them a bit more. And
Yeah, they just
I do
appreciate
spend
after a
all
while.
of my money on bikes, so that might be an issue. But
So is the
aside from
deal?
that, it's fine.
So is the deal then that we should probably upgrade to a new bike? Is that what we need to do?
I would
Have you-
upgrade to a used bike. Why don't we get back? I got an 86 Interceptor now. Freaking love it. So cool.
Now, Jim, hold on a second here. Jim, you got rid of 3 bikes and you didn't replace one of them. What the hell?
No, I'm
Not
in the
yet.
minority here, I guess, because if I'm not riding it, I don't keep it. I would rather take that money that I've got tied up in that bike before it does depreciate in value, and I'd rather buy something else new and exciting to try. And I'm a really a love it and leave it kind of guy when it comes to bikes because I'm always about what's new and exciting. Uh, you know, the new Ducatis have got my eye, so
Wait a minute.
I
Are we
don't
talking
know.
about bikes or relationships?
Bikes, but
I'm
every
talking about
bike is like a
kilometers.
girlfriend.
Jim, I agree with you. Whether you put on 1,000 kilometers on your bike or Emily puts on 200 kilometers on 5 of her bikes, it's just about getting the wheels spinning. That's the whole idea. But to get rid of it I could not see you, Jim, in a million years having no bike sitting in your garage.
He's got none now.
I could never imagine it. You know what
No,
I mean?
it probably won't happen
Like
unless
there's
something.
always something. It's like always planning a trip. You always want to have a couple trips planned, just to keep you, in the love of this thing.
But I mean, I've been where Emily is. I've had six bikes in the garage multiple times, and honestly, all I see is maintenance. If it's especially if it's bikes I don't ride, I'm always looking at them, going, "Oh, look at that! That's worn out. That needs changing.
And
This
you do got
service
to
is
ride
coming out."
them. You
Hmm.
don't ride them, they do start wearing. They want to be used a bit for sure. I
Well,
get
Yeah,
and
it.
but
when you ride them, sometimes they break, so then you have to do more maintenance and
turns
fixing.
into a money
Yeah,
pit,
for
right?
sure.
When you ride
No,
them, they
no money
definitely
pit. Come
break.
on. Quit going to Starbucks all the
I've
time.
seen the video evidence,
Jeez.
Emily.
I recently just put a hole in my dirt bike flywheel cover, so
Oh,
Sweet.
I'm JB welding that currently.
That's
Um,
a good story right there, I'm thinking.
I mean, I fell on rocks trying to do things that
It's a
I
rocky
maybe could
road.
have done otherwise.
You got multiple bikes, one breaks, and then you go to the other one and you forget the other one that just broke.
Oh
yeah.
no,
Wow.
I'm pretty meticulous. Aside from my street bikes, I've had a winterless winter, so I've been on one of the dirt bikes 3 days a week. I'm trying to get my hours in. So I feel like if I have them, it's got to be worthwhile to have them. And so I make use of them quite often.
Yeah, and you're doing
For
really
me, just
extreme
looking at
riding
something in the
too.
garage,
Yeah. Well, I'm doing some extreme crashing. I don't know about extreme riding here, Jim.
I
But
think the key is everybody
thanks.
think about appreciation. Like, I'm not talking about monetary stuff like money. It's just appreciating having this opportunity to have these bikes and to sit on them and to run them or just to look at them.
Okay,
It's something I
there's
guess.
to me justify it, Trevor, if it's a bike that has nostalgia attached to it. So
Hmm.
the Honda 400 CB, I think, is the one that I had when it was one of my first bikes.
Oh
If I was
yeah,
able to land my hands on that, and I know Trevor, you've got one, we should talk. That would be one that I would like to keep for the rest of time.
just like
Nostalgia.
Emily's first dirt bike. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
made my heart go, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
Yeah.
it.
can't get rid of it.
Nope, no, you don't need to. It's like, you
No,
know what?
it
It's
doesn't
part of
owe me.
you.
It owes me literally nothing. And I mean, it's not currently running, but I'm willing to put in that work to see it run again because it is so special. And I think when you have a bike like that, you can't let it go.
Okay, then what bikes are you letting
Shoot.
go of?
So my dirt bikes right now are rotational. I
No.
would sell one and upgrade those. And I would like to list my Gladius again for sale and try not to interview everybody to prove
And you can
that.
Just
call Emily at
bring
555.
Anybody
just bring
wants a
it
Gladius, let me know. 80,000 key on it.
just
There
bring
it
it to an
is.
adoption agency and let them handle the interviews.
Yeah,
Adopt a
exactly.
bike, yeah. I could be at the next bike show. We'll adopt a bike
But you know
booth
what?
there.
You know what the pressure comes from, though? The pressure doesn't come from yourself. Sometimes it comes from the person that you're with saying, hey, you know
Yeah,
what? We need a little room in that
yeah.
garage there, Jim. I think it's about time that you started moving that stuff out, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how I
well,
got rid of my 86 Interceptor. My dad said you should have traded her in,
Mhm.
not the bike I'm talking about.
oh,
And now I got it back
I
and I paid more than it was worth way back then.
I often got into trouble for having too many bikes with my boyfriend. But now I don't have a
Where's
bike,
the door?
so I can have all the bikes.
There's the
Yeah,
door
no,
right
you don't.
there. You just
I fixed
keep going.
the problem. I just
You
got
did-
rid of him.
You did.
Mhm.
You fixed
Yep.
the problem. You
Proper.
didn't dump the bike. You dumped the guy.
No, that's
Yeah,
it.
I like my bikes a lot. So
See
That's
how this
tough.
doorknob works? The engine to go that way. Have a good day.
Tough
That's
but
just-
fair, Emily.
Why? Like, why
Tough
would
but
that
fair.
conversation even come up? Like,
too many bikes. It sounds like I have too many boyfriends.
gosh, that's
Jim,
there you go.
wait,
now.
wait, Jim. What did you?
You don't
wanna
have
say?
bikes fighting
Hold
in the
on,
garage
Trevor.
over ya.
Hang on, Jim. What did you want to say?
No, that's tough but fair, Emily. That's what you
Thank
got to do sometimes, right?
You know, sometimes they just gotta learn. It's all right. He'll
It's
get there
true.
one day, maybe.
Bikes
Just
are a
sometimes.
relation.
That should be in the interview.
Bikes are a relationship, aren't they?
So
Yeah.
should we
Everyone.
briefly discuss the opposite? If you could add one bike right now, what would it be? Dream bike?
Ooh.
Nostalgia. Go nostalgia.
Already got mine on the
Yeah.
way.
What is it?
GS 1300.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna get the ASA. I'm gonna go automated shift assist. I want to learn.
Wow.
Show me the technology. Let's see what it's all about.
I've
It's
heard
awesome.
interesting
Pretty cool.
things about it. I'm interested to see what you think of it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
does she want to buy it from you?
I'll have to interview.
No.
We'll talk about that.
I'll buy a bike with a clutch from now on. Sorry.
Yeah, I just like trying different things. You know, clutches to me it's a clutch, whatever. But from the DCT and the E clutch, and I just thought, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what it's all about, and if there's a safety aspect of it. Because I'm just asked by people, like, what are your thoughts? And I can just give an honest opinion,
Mhm.
not a manufacturer going, oh, you say this. That's why I'm not the Yamaha Too Cool Motorcycle School. It's just look, too cool. We sell motorcycling, not motorcycles, and that's right from Walt Healy.
Unless you must, don't sell the bike. Some things are worth holding on to. My thanks to Emily Roberts, Jim Pruner, and Trevor Deck. My name is Phoenix. On the next episode,
I have so many helmets. I'm embarrassed about how many helmets I have.
So while in Japan, Jim's going to pick us up some helmets.
you're listening to The Motorcycle Podcast, a presentation of L2R World. Discover more at www.l2rworld.com.